The Miami Dolphins getting it done without Tyreek Hill. Now, they were playing the New York Jets, whose offense continues to be not good. 30-0. Dismantling of the Jets. 5-9 is New York. 10-4 are the Dolphins. And the report came out yesterday morning that the Dolphins were going to let Tyreek Hill decide what to do. I think this is just a classic example of Mike McDaniel, emotionally intelligent, knowing how to empower people to make their own decisions, but to provide them with the evidence and the information necessary to make the decision that he would make if he were the one making the decision. Balancing, I want 2,000 yards, MVP consideration against team goals. We don't need you this week.
Jets,
we need you next week. We need you next week. I'm told he's likely to play next week as of right now. Of course, things could change, but as of right now, as of yesterday, I don't know as of right now, as of yesterday, it's likely he'll play next week. And I was told it also wasn't even close yesterday. He wasn't going to be able to play yesterday. But he had to come to that conclusion on his own. They still got it done without him. They won't get it done against the Cowboys without him. They need him against the Cowboys. Although maybe they will. I don't know. After the way the Cowboys looked yesterday, who the hell knows? But they need Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, they need Tyreek Hill. I mean, again, to be one of the upper echelon elite teams in football, there's no doubt. I mean, again, they did some good things. Tua was incredibly efficient yesterday, which you got to be with the Jets. They don't give you a ton of plays down the field, but 21 of 24, that's a damn good day. But it was still only 290 yards of total offense. It wasn't like they went up and down the field. In fact, here's the big play, by far the big play of the football game for the Miami Dolphins. 10-0, right? 17-0, and you just felt like that was insurmountable with the way the Jets offense looked. But Waddle, he got the Tyreek Hill role in this game. He was the one that was going in motion everywhere and flying around, and he's certainly capable of doing Tyreek Hill type of things, not maybe quite to that extent, but in that same ballpark. Here's my problem with the game. You heard me during the game. I mean, first off, hey, the defense, they started a strip sack, right? Miami Dolphins get the ball. It took them 3 plays to get 1 yard to score a touchdown to start the game after the strip sack on Zach Wilson. They're going into the game with self-doubt on offense, right? They're going into the game going, I don't know, are we as good without Tyreek Hill, right? I mean, everybody's telling them that. We're all talking about it. They themselves watched the film of the Titans game. He's in the game. We're good. He came out of the game. We're 3 and out, right? The fake punt by Robert Saleh, right, to the early of the second quarter or late first quarter, on a 4th and 6, it wasn't like it was 4th and 1 or 2. It was 4th and 5 or 6, and it looked like the Miami Dolphins kept their punt safe or their defense in. That, to me, was a mind-blowing decision. You have one of the best defenses in football. Punt the ball down there, play the field position game, put the pressure on Tua and Mike McDaniel that the offense isn't as good without Tyreek. Let them start to feel that. There's a ton of Jet fans in the stands. That was a horrible decision in the football game, and was where they lost it, right there. 10-0 was too much for them to overcome. See you later. Game over.
And then it all fell apart after that, as we thought it was
Wilson
going to.
got hurt.
Zach Wilson's in the concussion protocol, and it was so weird. All the different excuses we got. Dehydrated. He went to the locker room early because he was dehydrated. And then he's got a head injury. And then, it's his shoulder. And then finally they labeled him as having a concussion.
Got a head injury, but he's not in concussion protocol.
He's got a head injury, but no concussion.
And then it went back to concussion protocol.
So he has a concussion, and who knows, we may not see him again this year. There was a lot of talk about Aaron Rodgers being cleared to join the roster and play as of Wednesday. On Wednesday, the window closes on his 21-day return to practice. He's either got to get to the 53-man roster or get back to IR for the rest of the year. They're eliminated now.
Yeah.
Just no, you're not playing. What's the point? What's the purpose of him playing less than 100% for meaningless games? No. Get ready for next year. There's no reason for him to play.
I would have said
the
it if
Jets
it were available.
The Jets right now, what they can do, Woody Johnson, and I think Aaron Rodgers has to do this first. Rodgers has to come out tomorrow on McAfee's show and say, I will play next year. Not, I'll let you know in March so we can have some big reveal with 500,000 people tuning into McAfee's show on a Tuesday to find out. No, say it now. You don't need to go sit in a dark closet. You don't need to sip ayahuasca. You don't need to eat magic mushrooms. You don't need to have some epiphany, some vision quest. You're playing next year. Say it. Woody Johnson needs to come out and say, Robert Saleh is going to be back. Joe Douglas is going to be back. We're going to do next year what we're trying to do this year. as long as he doesn't tear his other Achilles tendon 4 snaps into the first game of the season.
I mean, I don't disagree with you there, right? There's some things that are unsettled about the Jets right now. And of course, he's the major power player and the guy that's the driving force behind where this organization is right now.
He's not wired to do anything other than seek maximum attention for himself and stretch it out as long as he can.
That seems to be...
I'm sorry, hard truth.
No, well,
You're not wired to be anything other than, hey, everybody, we're going to string this out. Look at me. Pay attention to me as long as possible.
That's
feels
the
like that's what
perception
it
around
is.
the NFL. I mean, there's no doubt about that. There's no doubt. I think if you talk to most coaches in football off record, they'd be like, I've never seen a quarterback get hurt and not be a part of a season more, but still be the main talking part of that team more than Aaron Rodgers. And that's odd. Most organizations wouldn't let them do that. The Patriots, and they're winning 20 Super Bowls in a row, would never let a distraction on our sidelines during the game, all of this, they wouldn't.
Brady tore his ACL week 1, the year after they had one of the greatest seasons in NFL history. He tore his ACL and he was gone.
Gone. That's what they do because you're not playing. You're not in the fight right now. So we don't need you going, oh, you guys should have done this or should have done that, or distracting people on the sideline.
I mean, commenting on his own views about how things got leaked regarding Zach Wilson, saying it's chicken shit, taking shots at the organization. But again, Jets, you only got yourselves to blame. You got smitten with his talent. You did a deal with the devil. I'm not saying he's the devil. It's just a saying. But now you got to pay the price. It's been a cluster mess of a season. I keep coming close to saying that word, but that's what it's been for the Jets. And the question is, will it be next year? We'll see. But the sooner they turn the page from this year to next year and make it clear he's going to be back and everybody else is going to be back, the better chance they have to maybe do next year what they could have done this year. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.